There we are, a little tribute to the United States as we get ready to celebrate the 4th of July. And let me tell you something as we get ready to close the shop up here for this morning. We will be back on Monday morning at 6 a.m. As you go out and celebrate, whether you go to a parade or the fireworks or you just to get together with your family, try to remember the people who made it all possible. And one of the ways you can do that is by going up to the folks we talked to today, their website, historydocumented.com, or just by thanking somebody in your family, one of your relatives who may be served. Whether they served overseas or not, doesn't matter. Whether they actually saw action or not, it doesn't matter. They stepped up, they put on the uniform, and they certainly deserve our thanks. And one of the ways you can show that, besides, of course, actually thanking them, is to continue to fight for your liberties and your rights. And to stop letting people like the mayor of the city of Toledo, who says out loud that it's okay to snip through a lock on private property, for crying out loud, who believes that it's okay to stop the press from coming into a press conference and would bar the door, all right, who believes that it's all right to trample over people's rights simply because he's the mayor and she's a department head. That it's okay for people like Marcy Kaptur to ignore requests for information when you call her office, and for the people who work for her to be condescending to you. And one of the ways you can do that is by showing up at the tea parties that are going to be taking place tomorrow throughout our area, or by joining these groups that we have listed on the website at WSPD.com. And they include the 912 organization and the Children of Liberty, and there's a bunch of others around here. It's too numerous to name, but they're easy to find. Now, there'll be tea parties tomorrow in Defiance from 1 to 4 at Pontiac Park. There'll be one in Fremont from 10 until 11 at the Big Lots parking lot. Monroe, Michigan is having one from 1 until 3 p.m. at the corner of East 1st and Washington. And the last one is in Perrysburg, and it starts at 10, and who knows how long it's going to go, because they're in Perrysburg. It starts at 10, and it's in Hood Park. Take advantage of those. Go to the meetings. The Children of Liberty have another one coming up, as a matter of fact, on Wednesday, July the 8th, a part of their education series. This is number 3 in the series. It's called Economics 101. They're going to talk about economics, about capitalism, about how taxing and spending and government ethics affects the basic principles of the free market society. And they have a guy who has a degree in economics coming in to talk. Now, this one will be at the Maumee Branch Library. Don't call the library for details. Just do a Google for Children of Liberty Toledo, and you'll find their website. And you can actually become a member. Now, I was at their meeting last Monday, and they had about 75 people there. And they would be glad to help you figure out how it is you can start to fight back. Because it's going to take small groups like that. There's too many people out there with their hands out on the 4th of July waiting for you to pay for everything. For their car insurance, for their mortgage, for their food, for their shelter, for everything they get. And it's time that we stop doing that and that we get back to the principles that made this country great. What better time than this weekend for the 4th of July?